Imagine walking home from school in broad daylight, only to vanish within meters of your house. An innocent child's final moments shattered the silence of a quiet Argentine town, and what she revealed before her death will haunt you forever. Welcome to this heartbreaking and chilling case. Today, we're diving into the tragic story of Fabiana Sirino, an 8-year-old girl from Misiones, Argentina, whose life was brutally cut short. This isn't just a story about an unspeakable crime. It's a story about courage, a family's heartbreak, and a small town shaken to its core. Most chilling of all, Fabiana, in her dying breaths, named her killer someone she should have been able to trust. Fabiana Sirino was only 8 years old, a bright and joyful little girl living in 25D Mayo, a quiet town in Misiones province. She loved playing with her siblings, running through the fields near their home, and helping her mother with chores. Known for her kindness and her ever-present smile, she brought joy to everyone she met. On November 15, 2024, Fabiana's day started like any other. She attended school and began her short walk home, a route she had taken countless times before. But this time, she didn't make it back. When Fabiana didn't return home, her family knew something was wrong. Her 11-year-old sister took it upon herself to search, venturing into the wooded area just 100 meters from their house. What she found would scar her for life. There, lying motionless in the dirt, was Fabiana. She had been brutally attacked, suffering 13 stab wounds. Her young body bore the marks of a horrific assault. Despite her injuries, Fabiana clung to life. On the way to the hospital, her father, consumed with grief and panic, held her, and that's when Fabiana whispered the name of her attacker, Nanico. The name Fabiana whispered pointed to a man who lived just doors away. Marcelo Daniel Muller, nicknamed Nanico, was a 34-year-old neighbor known to the family. Muller was someone who had always seemed harmless until now. After Fabiana's haunting accusation, Muller was swiftly arrested. Investigators discovered unsettling patterns in Muller's behavior. He was a man with a past, someone who knew that area well and had been seen loitering near the school. What was his motive? How long had he been targeting Fabiana? Teaser. But the real question wasn't just why, and was this his first crime, or simply the first time he'd been caught? If you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe now. With Muller in custody, investigators began piecing together the timeline of events. Fabiana had disappeared in broad daylight, an act brazen enough to suggest planning. Police canvassed the area, speaking to neighbors, and combing through the wooded site where she was found. They retrieved crucial evidence, including the murder weapon, believed to be a small knife Muller owned. But as with many cases like this, piecing together the truth was a race against time. Witnesses' memories were fading, and rumors clouded the investigation. The local community was outraged, demanding swift justice. As news of Fabiana's final words spread, the quiet town turned into a ground zero for both grief and anger. Fabiana's death shattered the peace of 25D Mayo. Vigils were held as her family and community gathered to remember her. Her mother, speaking through tears, described Fabiana as a light extinguished soon. Her 11-year-old sister, who found her that fateful day, has been left with unimaginable trauma. In a small town where everyone knows each other, trust was shattered. How could this happen so close to home? How could someone they knew commit such an act? Despite Marcelo Muller's arrest, many questions linger. What drove him to commit such a heinous crime? Did he act alone, or could someone else have been involved? And most haunting of all were their warning signs the community missed. The case also raises broader questions about child safety. How can communities like 25D Mayo protect their most vulnerable? And will justice for Fabiana be enough to heal the wounds left behind? Fabiana's case is a stark reminder of the fragility of innocence and the dark shadows that can linger even in the most peaceful places. Marcelo Muller may have been arrested, but the trial ahead will be long and arduous. The family deserves justice, and the community deserves answers. But will the truth of that day ever fully come to light? Thank you for watching this deep dive into the tragic case of Fabiana Sirino. If you found this story important, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing this video. Together, we can keep Fabiana's memory alive and demand justice for her and countless others like her. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.